Hey, it's Mr. Burns here. Naturalization process we're going to talk about today. Steps to become a citizen of the United States, if legally, if you are not one. We're going to answer a few questions here. Who is a citizen? How can a non-citizen or an alien become a U.S. citizen? So we're going to answer those as we go through this presentation. But first we have to talk about what is a citizen. And a citizen is an individual that has certain rights. For example, things that they can do. You might have learned about this already, you might not have. Things that they can do, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, etc. And also duties, things that they have to do. If they are summoned for jury duty, if you're a citizen and you're summoned for jury duty, you have to do that. Otherwise, there could be legal consequences. You have to obey laws, okay, and so on. And you also owe allegiance to that government, okay? So that's what a citizen is. And where in our Constitution does it talk about citizenship? It actually says this in the 14th Amendment. Now, if you've talked about it already, the 14th Amendment does a couple things. Defines citizenship, but it also extends due process. The 5th Amendment to the national government, the 14th Amendment extends due process to the states and local governments. And this is what it says about being a citizen in our 14th Amendment to our Constitution. Okay. Now, there are two ways that a person in the United States can become a citizen. One is by birth. So you are born on U.S. soil. You are born in a territory, such as Puerto Rico or Guam. Or you are born maybe overseas, but on a military base, an Air Force base, something of that nature. You are a U.S. citizen. You can also choose to become a citizen by following the naturalization process. Okay? We're going to talk about the steps to becoming a naturalized citizen. Now, over the years, immigration, naturalization, the process of people coming to the United States and the process of people becoming naturalized citizens has really increased the diversity of our nation. It's brought in different cultures, different ethnicities, different races, religions, beliefs, and as a result, especially in the 20th century and into the 21st century, our nation has become much more diverse in terms of its culture and its lifestyle. Okay? So let's talk about the steps to become a naturalized citizen. So there are really 4 major steps, and each step has a couple different components. Okay, so the first step to the naturalization process is to establish residence. So you need to be a legal resident to the United States. You need to come to the United States, go through all the correct channels, get a green card to work and to live here. In order to become a citizen and apply for this process, you have to be 18 years or older. You have to live here legally for 3 to 5 or more years. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen, it's about 3 years. And if you're not, it's 5, or you can wait longer. You don't have to do it right at 5 years. You can wait until you're ready. You also have to be of good moral character and loyal to the United States. You have to follow laws, follow your duties, follow your responsibilities, be a good citizen in order to take this first step, I should say, to become a citizen. Okay. The next step is you file your declaration of intention. You get fingerprinted so that you're in the system, and then you have a background check to make sure that you are of good moral character and you have not committed any felonies or crimes, major crimes. You are working and you are taking care of what you're supposed to be doing as a potential American citizen. Of course, at this point, you might meet with a immigration officer who will ask you some questions and get some information about you. Okay? The next step is to become educated in the process. So you need to be able to, as a potential citizen, read, write, and speak basic English. And then you're going to study American history and obtain some knowledge about how our government works and like who our past leaders were and how we fared in foreign affairs and things of that nature in order to pass the naturalization test to become an American citizen. You don't pass it, you take it again in the future. You pass it, great. Okay. And by the way, all these fees cost about $680 between the application and taking the test and so on. Okay, the fourth step is really the final step, and you go into a courthouse in your locality, and you will take the oath of allegiance. Basically, the oath officially declares that you are going to be loyal to the United States, and you are going to renounce your allegiance to any other country, and you are going to say that the United States is the nation of your choice, and that you will agree to obey our laws, our rules, and be a good moral character from here on out. If you've made it through these 4 steps in the process, you have the opportunity to become a U.S. citizen. You're a naturalized citizen. Now, of course, a naturalized citizen cannot be president of the United States, but you have, other than that, the same rights, the same duties, the same responsibilities as any other natural-born citizen. You can vote in elections, and you can work your way up, and even work all the way up into our government, be part of our federal government as well. You just can't be president.